All right, men. This morning it's time to talk about responsibility. As a man, one of the best things that we can do for ourselves, for our families, is to take responsibility for who we are, take responsibility for our convictions, take responsibility for our circumstances in life and the direction that our lives are taking. And I get so pissed off because I see all these guys all the time complaining about what they have or what they don't have, what they're dealing with, why somebody else has it better, why they have it worse, why they deserve to make more money than they're making, why they deserve to have more opportunity than they're getting, why they deserve to not be fat and out of shape, how all these things are not their fault. This is nonsense. Men, we are responsible for whatever circumstances we are facing in life. When it comes to things that are in our direct control, we do not have the logical option of blaming anything or anybody else. If you're walking around complaining that your employer is not paying you what you're worth, you think you're deserving of twice as much pay, then why aren't you getting it? Why aren't you getting it? If what you're doing provides that much value, why aren't you getting it? Do you really believe that? Or is it just something that makes you feel good because you can complain about it? Do you really believe it? If you really believe it, why don't you go into your boss's office? Tell him that you think you deserve that much more money. Tell him why you deserve it. If you really believe you're providing that much value, what are you afraid of? If they fire you, what do you care? You're not being compensated well enough anyway. Go out and get another job. Or why aren't you out there looking to get another job? Where's your resume? Why is it not out there? You think you deserve so much more. Why don't you have it? You don't have it because you don't deserve it. Because you're not willing to do whatever it takes to get it. If you were, you'd be sitting your boss down for a frank discussion. Or you'd be going out there and seeking out employment elsewhere with a company that's going to pay you what you believe you're worth. If you are out of shape, overweight, fat, it's nobody's fault but your own. Nobody's making you eat those calories. Nobody's making you not go to the gym. You don't have to work out that much to not be obese, to be in shape. A lot of days I train for 20 minutes. You can't set aside 20 minutes each day to train your body so you're not walking around with 25% body fat? Of course you can. But it's so much easier to blame how cheap fast food is, to blame the government for subsidizing all of these estrogenic foods like soy. Yeah, does it suck that things like animal meats cost a little more than cereal and whatever other junk, ice cream that they might be selling at the store? Yeah. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to save a few bucks, to have your health decline, set yourself up for developing any number of preventable diseases later in life? Of course not. And those things aren't the reason you're fat. They're not the reason you're out of shape. You're out of shape because you lack self-discipline. Just call it what it is. Take responsibility. Does your wife not respect you in the home? Probably because you're not leading well. Are you not getting the sex that you think you deserve? The sex that you want from your wife? It's because you're not gaming her. You're not making her feel pursued. You're not making her desire you. You're not doing the things that a man needs to do to be desired by a woman. If you're walking around the home complaining, whining every day about, honey, I really wish I made more money, but, my company just takes advantage of me. She's dry. You just dried up her sex drive for you. No woman wants a man to come home and sit and complain about the things that he wishes were different in his life. No woman wants a man to come home and complain about why he's not taking initiative and doing what he needs to do to provide and protect his family. You want to not get sex? That's the way to do it. But don't go online, don't go to your friends and complain about how your wife hasn't touched you in a month. You're the problem, you're the solution. Tired of men not taking responsibility for their actions. See people in their 40s and 50s, they go to the doctor. Doctor tells them, you got high blood pressure, you're pre-diabetic. If you don't change the trajectory you're on, you're going to die way before you need to. You're going to have a end of life, final 10 years of life that's going to be filled with suffering, pain, and exorbitant medical expenses. And what do? They go home, they go back to their couch, they go back to their TVs, they go back to their beers, they go back to their crap food, they go back to not exercising, back to complaining about some genetic condition that keeps them how they are. Well, you know, Aunt Jenny is fat, she's diabetic. You know, Uncle Bob is fat, he's diabetic. You know, it's just, I can't do anything about it. It's just, it runs in our genes. No. You're fat, you're overweight, you're pre-diabetic because you're not doing anything about it. Because you're getting exactly what you deserve. Men, we get what we deserve in life. Stop falling for this stupid notion that's being permeated through society today that says nobody's at fault for the things that go on in their lives. You are at fault. You are the problem. You are the solution. It's no politician's fault. It's no liberal think group's fault. It's nobody's fault but your own. That's all I have for today. Start taking responsibility, take ownership, and you'll see that your life starts taking a turn for the better. I'm out.